Ken, what do you see beyond your fist?
I can't do anything now. My moves won't come out. Can't do anything. Why do you think I lost? Because it didn't give me my moves again. Again. I know how to play the first game.
We're ruined.
I can't do anything. Non-stop. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. A million options. I've nothing. No answer. I can't do anything to drive it. I can't stop it. I literally can't do anything. I can't do anything about it.
What can we do against the gods?
You've got problems, dude.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me.
Turn back. You're too little. You can't do it. I think I can. You'll be sorry. Go for it, little train. I think you can.
I just give up. I get to a point where I just give up. Like, again, why am I even gonna press a single button when everything that I press doesn't work? You know? I think I can't do it. I can't do anything about it. I think I can't. So I give up.
How many times have we found ourselves speaking this phrase?
I can't do anything. I literally can't do anything at all. I can't do anything today.
It's a common expression, often said in jest or frustration. But what if I told you that those words have consequences?
So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions.
The more we repeat these self-limiting statements, the closer we come to accepting them as our reality.
Chatter in the skull. Perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating.
This attitude, however, is the complete antithesis of what fighting games are all about, and it can be an extremely dangerous mindset. Whatever your feelings may be regarding this individual, there are many lessons we can learn by observing him. More specifically, his attitude.
Stops everything. I can't do anything. Can't do anything. I can't do anything. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. I can't do anything.
Like everything else, is useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master.
In the world of fighting games, the mantra
Can't do anything. Can't do anything.
holds no weight. It goes against the spirit of the genre, which is built upon the idea of overcoming adversity and pushing ourselves to new heights. In fact, some of the greatest moments in fighting game history have occurred when players were able to rise above challenges and achieve victory against all odds. Fighting games are rather unique in the competitive gaming space as an individual test of skill and determination. To illustrate, a loss in many other competitive games can be attributed to bad teammates.
Well, I did very well. Yet we still lose because my team sucks again. Look at these people at the bottom of the leaderboard sucking ass.
Gear differences,
This gun sucks so bad, I hate it.
or just pure chaos. But in a fighting game, both players share the same on-screen data, character select screen, and have the same opportunities within the game engine. And so the onus falls onto the individual player, leaving it up to their ego to confront defeat. Unfortunately, not everyone has the mental fortitude required to compete in this manner. It takes dedication and a willingness to learn from mistakes. The path to improvement is often filled with setbacks and defeats, but it is through these experiences that we grow and evolve as competitors.
I failed. Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
I can't do anything. I can't do it.
Pull up that game screen over there and I'll talk you through it.
All right.
I want to show that I still have skill, so at least when I'm playing these games, there's a reason to listen to some of my opinions because I kind of know what I'm talking about. A lot of people, when a new fighting game comes out, especially one like this that's like hyped up, people are they're gonna get so into it, you know? And what it is that reality hasn't slapped them in the face yet. No up-and-coming fucking Cinderella story, I'm Rocky, and I came out of nowhere, and I took on the greats, and I won. That's never happening. You know, that's just not, there's a system against you. There's an entire system set up to prevent that from happening. You're not winning.
When we constantly repeat phrases, like,
There's no answer for any of it.
or
100%, I can't do anything about it.
we not only start to believe them ourselves, but we also influence those around us. This negative energy seeps into the ether, damaging the mindset and performance of everyone affected by instilling a preconceived belief that victory is beyond reach, or a pointless endeavor.
It doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how hard you try, it's just, the system's gonna break you down.
On an individual level, it can be demoralizing to know that your peers have no faith in your abilities. Even if you don't quite believe that you
Can't do anything about it.
yourself just yet, it's still possible to have influenced some members of your community to have these thoughts about you or themselves.
You are the leader of your community. You are the people that everyone looks to on how somebody should act, how somebody should interact with other people in your chat. How you are the flag bearer of how what the community should be like, right? So I think ultimately your community emulates the hosts.
You're doing a massive disservice to the community when you spread that kind of toxicity.
Toxicity and negativity and toxicity. Toxicity.
Especially when attempting to speak from a place of authority.
Now, I have proven, absolutely proven, without a shadow of a fucking doubt, I'm in the upper echelon of players of Street Fighter 6. 0.09% of people have hit Master so far, and I'm one of them. So enough of this bullshit with people trying to talk shit about me. I'm good at fighting games, and there's concrete proof in a modern game. You can't even argue, oh, well, it's because you played a busted version of PS1 Super Turbo. No, I'm just good at new fighting games, and you can go fuck yourself if you want to dispute it, because you're not as good as me. Fuck you.
The mother of all cheap moves.
Everything that I've said so far seems to be correct.
And when I say community, I don't mean the fighting game community or FGC. I'm talking about anyone who's ever picked up a fighting game and experienced the joy of competition. Veterans of the genre have a sort of responsibility to cultivate the scene and encourage the next generation to pay proper tribute to a hobby that has left such an impact on their lives. Even if they aren't at the top of the food chain anymore, the legacy of their accomplishments will always remain. And as a public online figure, there is no denying that there are children in their audience that look up to them.
Literally every move he does, that's what I did. I can't do anything to any of it. Can't do anything. Woo, dude. It's guaranteed wins.
So the last thing you should want to do
Can't do anything about it because the character's overpowered. That's valid criticism of the game. Just because you're an idiot who doesn't understand the game doesn't make my criticism invalid. It just makes you an idiot.
This not only diminishes the player base, but the overall competitive drive as well.
You dumbass! Kick logic out and do the impossible!
No, that's not possible. It's just not. I'm not attacking. I don't know why she hit me there. I'm coming for you.
I'm too old, and I don't have the reactions, and I don't have the execution to do it anymore. Maybe when I was younger I would have been able to. I just can't do it anymore. I'm not kidding you. My hand last night had crazy numbness and pain in these two fingers, okay? Even today, this morning, I have big tenseness in all of the muscles of my right hand. It's carpal tunnel. I'm getting carpal tunnel. I always knew I was going to get it as I got older. And I'm just tired out. And therefore, I'm going to play much worse because I'm tired on the late stream, and it's totally my fault. That could be viable. Totally viable. That could have been what happened. Or it could genuinely be that my new joystick, the Comba, is having issues. The top tiers are broken. They're way overpowered compared to the rest of the cast. I'm at an unfair advantage because they're all on PC and they have better reactions. better response, less delayed error dropped inputs than I do. It's like the better the connection, the lower the millisecond ping latency in a rollback netcode online match in a fighting game, the more inputs get dropped.
Huh? Literally, it's just garbage.
I find it slightly hard to believe that it's me.
You know, you hear boomers always complaining about it, like, "Oh man, I'm too old. I can't play fighting games." But then if you look at the numbers, look at the stats. Out of nowhere, Daigo 41, Boomer City right here. Momochi 36, Dokido 37, Sako, the oldest man in the FTC, 43, and then Fudo 37.
I think it's psychological.
Maybe your arcade stick needs a bit of lube.
Maybe you're stuck in your old ways, but I don't think there's anything physical holding you back. If I can pop out from behind a bush, go boo, and then you go, oh, if you still have that reaction, you have reaction.
I'm going to show you a couple of routines to prevent any problems you might have with your hands and your wrists after playing through long fighting game sets.
The next time you hear like a boomer talking about like, I could have beat you 20 years ago, I lost because of my reaction, like, no, but you lost because you're bad.
But at the end of the day, I don't think it's just your age.
The truth can be upsetting. Sometimes people trick themselves into believing a comfortable lie.
The game drops you. They all have an advantage over Cannon Brothers.
But there's a small part of the mind that still knows the truth, yet intentionally keeps it hidden. Learning to accept truth is the first step needed to see improvement. How can one expect to learn if there is no examination of their mistakes and shortcomings? When we attribute these failures to powers beyond our control, what we're really doing is removing ourselves from the equation, which is the only factor we can truly influence. Protecting your ego in this manner will inevitably lead to stagnation and a lack of adaptability. The main reason Ryu is such an iconic character is because he personifies the heart of the genre. He's the eternal warrior, always searching for new challenges. And yes, he might be getting up in years, but that has only made him wiser. And he doesn't stop learning new skills and techniques to compete with the hungry new generation of fighters. This is the key to staying relevant and avoiding stagnation. Determination is like a muscle. It atrophies with disuse. Some might argue that legacy skill has become less important with modern fighters. And while that may be true to some extent, people that have mastered a craft have the advantage of understanding the process of how to improve. And not to mention the wisdom that only comes through experience. There is always more you can do to improve your situation. But unfortunately, it's tedious work. And so the option to simply wash your hands of that responsibility becomes quite an attractive proposition. It's human nature to prefer simplicity. But choosing that simplicity often comes at the cost of personal growth. Of course, everyone has their own goals and learns at their own pace. But we should always strive for more, to be better than we were yesterday. This is true for both pro and casual players alike, and goes beyond the game. However, throwing your hands up and saying,
what do? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I have no idea anything about it. Nothing I can do again. Fucking again! This piece of fucking shit fucked me over again.
Is to resign yourself to defeat, to passively fade into obscurity, to slowly extinguish the fighting spirit, until one day you wake up to find that it's gone.
Forever.
The guy who walks around and there's a cloud just above his head raining just on his fucking head, but everyone around him is dry and in sun. That's like, yeah, that's my life.
I'm still standing.
Can't do anything right now. I can't do anything. She counter hit. She's stopping my jab. I can't do wake up jab. Look.
The power of perseverance cannot be underestimated. We must recognize the impact of our words and beliefs on our performance, and actively work to cultivate a positive and determined mindset.
At last she reached the top of the mountain.
With practice, dedication, and a refusal to accept defeat, you can achieve greatness. That is the true heart of fighting games, and any competitive endeavor. So the next time you find yourself doubting your abilities, remember that you have the power to overcome any challenge that comes your way.
I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become, that person that they say I can't be, and I'm going to be successful no matter what. You can stay positive. You can actually do great things, great things, great positive, great things, great things, stay positive, great things.
And there's the guy again.